Today on America's Court with Judge Ross.
I took both of them aside, like, hey, congratulations, but next time, you know what I'm saying, give people, even though it shouldn't be a next time about that.
You spent a lot of time talking.
Yeah.
And the bottom line is, you were a little salty about the proposal.
No, big salty.
In my courtroom, it's about equity and fairness. Stop. Is that true? I don't want you to understand. I want you to overstand.
Yes, sir.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. Justice should be more than just some foreign concept. I actually want you to learn something. That's not gonna happen. Not up in here, not today. And boom goes the dynamite.
Fair, firm, compassionate. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Keith King claims he got into an argument with his half-sister during his housewarming party and says his expensive jacket was ruined after she threw wine on it.
All rise. Remain standing and come to order. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Kevin Ross presiding.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
Mr. King is suing Rachel King in the amount of $343.34.
All parties been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Deputy Thomas.
Mr. King, you're suing your sister.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm suing my sister, unfortunately.
And you want $343.34, and I take it has something to do with that item placed next to you.
It has everything to do with that item, Your Honor.
All right, so let's talk about this. You and your sister were at some sort of event. Was it at your house? Was it, whose house was it?
So it was at my house that I inherited from my father.
All right, do
Keith
you all
Sr.
have the same father?
Same father, different mothers.
Different mothers. Did the two of you live together?
No, we
Thank
did
the
not
Lord.
grow up.
I'm sorry?
We did not live together.
You
thank
did
the
not live together. How would you describe the relationship between the two of you?
Eh.
Eh?
And it's
Why
the business.
eh? Would you say the same?
Lord. No, yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. For sure.
For sure.
For sure. All right. And you said inherited, so that means dad passed.
Yes,
All
unfortunately.
right. Is your mom still alive?
Yes, she is.
Is your mom still alive?
No, my mother passed away from breast cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So you've lost both your parents.
Yes, adult.
Were there
orphan.
other siblings other than the two of you?
No.
So you all pretty much are all you have, other than the fact that you still have your mom. Did you have any issues with the fact that your dad left your brother the house?
It was just more out of I felt like my father should have left me the house just because I am his first child. He
I see.
and my mother were the ones who built the foundation for that house. They provided all the money, the income. Everything was based off with my mom.
Had you been over to his house since dad had passed away?
No.
Why were you of the opinion, I'm going to go over now?
Well, he was throwing a housewarming party. Since he inherited the house, since our father had passed away tragically,
Yes.
he inherited the house, so he renovated the house. He did everything that he wanted to do with the house, so he decided to throw a housewarming party
You
for it.
knew that house left you in your feelings, but you went anyway.
Yes.
Because
I definitely did want to work on a mutual relationship with my brother.
did you tell him that?
I did. We both know that we're trying to do so.
You were trying to do so as well.
Yes, and like you said, it was a family Halloween housewarming.
You know, we're having this conversation. I see you brought a witness here. Sir, coming up, I don't know what you're providing, but let's get you into the conversation. What's your last name?
Marshall,
Mr. Marshall, why are you here?
this is my fiance.
Your fiance?
Yes, sir.
All right, and what do you have to add in terms of what we've heard so far?
Well, so far, as you can see, their relationship is not the best.
It is what it is,
Yeah.
right? And you are getting ready to be a part of this family,
For sure.
for sure.
For sure. Actually, I already, feel like I am a part of the family, just being around as her father was experiencing the illness that he was, just speaking with the family. I feel like I already am connected in some way.
How long the two of you been together?
4 years.
4 years.
Yes, sir.
And were you present when we had a situation unfold?
Yes, sir. I was
Okay.
there.
And when this incident occurred, were you all engaged?
Well, the night of the party was when I asked her to be my fiance.
At his housewarming?
Yes, sir.
And you accepted?
I did, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Did you have a problem with her being proposed to at your event?
Yes, Your Honor. And I mean,
Why?
Because it wasn't exactly the time and the place for that.
The focus was more about the housewarming and you were like, you all are sort of upstaging me a little bit.
Well, it's not necessarily that, Your Honor. I think it was a whole family event. I've mentioned to him this time before, you know, in the South, that whole, you know, letting the family know ahead of time, going in from there. It didn't even have to be me.
You would have appreciated if he gave you the heads up saying, hey, I'm going to propose to your sister today.
Me the heads up.
Coming up on America's Court.
She has a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
She's holding a glass. And does the glass drop?
The glass more did a 360 in the air.
Okay.
And landed on his jacket.
And landed on his jacket.
And later.
In other words, you tried to establish boundaries and he's not respecting them.
Exactly.
That part.
Yes.
Got it. And have you talked to him about the fact that you don't feel as though he's respecting your boundaries?
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. America's Court is back with the case of Keith King, who is suing his half-sister, Rachel King, for property damage.
But how does that lead us to your jacket ending up looking the way it looks? Because I can see from here there's stains.
Yeah, this jacket right here.
Yes.
So this is what this jacket currently looks like.
Okay, I can see it from here.
It looks terrible, right?
Yes.
So this was...
It does. I'm sure it looked nice at some point.
Yeah.
Not so much now.
So like I mentioned, this was a Halloween housewarming. This is me dressed up as James Bond, smooth.
Right.
And then so around the time we were presenting, getting everyone else welcoming, everything else, we had everyone around the table for food. Happened. They proposed. That's whatever. Everything else, but I kind of took them after the proposal. Everybody was clapping, crying, and doing all what they was gonna do. You know how it is in proposals. I took both of them aside, like, hey, congratulations, but next time, you know what I'm saying, give people, even though there shouldn't be a next time about that.
You spent a lot of time talking.
Yeah.
And the bottom line is, you were a little salty about the proposal.
No, big salty.
Big salty.
I don't know about big salty.
For sure, it was big salty. Big salty. And you, because I put him to the side and went, hey. And then when you did that, did you touch her in any way?
So I grabbed her and I was trying to, because she was yelling, getting upset, and I kind of had her.
Now, neither of you mentioned anything about yelling and getting upset.
Yeah.
You approach her. She responds in a way that results in yelling and being upset.
Yeah, because she was trying to say that I'm being
yelling
selfish.
and upset at the way
I was
he approached
definitely
you?
upset,
Okay,
and I
got
definitely.
it.
Yeah.
You approached in a way that her immediate reaction was one of anger and being upset and yelling, which meant that you're not denying that you approached her, and you had a drink in your hand at the time. Mm-hmm. What type of drink did you?
It was more like of a rosé type of drink. It was a peachy.
Okay, because that's more pink, reflecting more of like a red wine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he definitely had one as well when he.
You had a glass in your hand.
Yeah, so we both had red wine. I had mine secured.
Well, she said she had rosé. You had red.
No, we both had red.
Okay, you're saying.
I had rosé.
The stain. Let me see the jacket.
That's it.
Yeah. The stain looks like it would have been one more so along the lines of a dark red, because you had a dark red wine in your hand.
Yes, sir.
Yes. All right. When you approached her and you touched her with one hand, I take it the drink was in the other hand.
Yes, but holding it down because
right. And so holding it down.
Yes.
And you go to. And why did you have to extend your person towards hers? Why not just say?
Because I was trying to pull it privately. Obviously, I was trying to within the course of everything else.
So you're pulling her over to the side, trying to be discreet.
Yes.
She has a reaction. Mm-hmm. She's holding a glass. And does the glass drop?
The glass more did a 360 in the air.
Okay.
And landed on his jacket.
And landed on his jacket. But then where is your glass of wine?
My glass of wine was still in my hand. I never dropped my glass of wine.
The issue here is you damaged my jacket. I want you to pay because it's ruined. At this color, it's no way that you're going to probably get this stain out.
No.
And you're feeling as though The cost is $343.34. What are you basing that on?
So I'm basing it, Your Honor. I have, if you can see this, pass this. This is how much it costs. It's the price of it with the tax, the $344.
Okay, well, that would be a brand new jacket, and you worn the jacket before, so.
Okay, so there's a little depreciation of 10%, you know.
Who said it was 10%?
25%.
Lord.
Oh, you're just throwing numbers around, huh? Because this is the amount for the full cost at $343.34. All right. What do you have to say, Ms. King?
Well, to be honest with you, I feel
No,
like
lie to me.
Okay. Well,
Got that.
in that case, I can't really lie because he deserved it. End of the story. I feel like personally, and it wasn't all just my
What do you
doing.
mean he deserved? He deserved what?
The wine and the jacket being ruined, to be honest with you. Should have never approached me, invaded my space. He's always been that type of person to believe that his power and his ego is just natural. Like he's
Well,
that
the way
man.
you're making it sound like it was intentional that you.
Oh, no. It was never intentional, but it's well much deserved. I just threw my hands up in the air, and like I said, the wine flew on his jacket.
Got it. Okay, I've heard enough. Deputy Thomas, if you can return that to Mr. King. If there's a situation involving an assault, which is an offensive touching, does the person who's been touched in an offensive way have the right to defend themselves? Well, the law says absolutely, so long as it's reasonable. So based on the evidence and the testimony before this court, the gavel will come down in favor of the defendant. Her actions in response, if she's holding a glass and you're touching her and she responds by "get off of me," that is a sufficient defense. Now, if she had taken a gun and shot you, that would be unreasonable. If she had stabbed you. But having a glass in her hand and you approaching her at that moment, her reaction was in the realm of making sure you didn't violate her boundaries. Your matter is dismissed. Case closed.
Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
Some sister you are.
The jacket wasn't even worth all that. You didn't even look good in it, by the way, so.
Coming up on America's Court with Judge Ross.
Does he pay child support?
Yes.
Okay. Are you up to date with all your payments?
No, sir.
This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Kayla Simmons claims the father of her child didn't pay for any of her medical or pregnancy expenses and says the defendant has a duty to pitch in. Ms. Simmons is suing Clinton Edwards in the amount of $5,305.90.
Ms. Simmons, you're suing for $5,305, right?
That is correct, Your Honor.
What's the deal here?
I have a beautiful 8-month-old daughter with the defendant, but during my pregnancy, he wasn't there and decided to not help me with any of the medical expenses.
And the 8-year-old, you said 8-month-old?
Yes.
What's her name?
Ava.
Ava. That's a nice name. Are you involved in Ava's life at all, sir?
Well, Your Honor, I do my best to try to be there for her physically.
What does that look like?
I text her constantly all the time, trying to see Ava.
You
She
text
just won't.
Ms. Simmons?
Yes, sir.
And does he text you asking to see Ava?
I just feel like he does it when he feels like it's convenient.
He only texts you about Ava when it's convenient for him?
Yes.
In other words, you've tried to establish boundaries and he's not respecting them.
Exactly.
That part?
Yes.
Got it. And have you talked to him about the fact that you don't feel as though he's respecting your boundaries?
We can't even talk about our boundaries, but he wants to go further in conversation, including his now fiance in our
Well, how do
picture.
you feel about the fact that now he has a fiance? Because did he ever propose to you?
No.
So she got the ring.
I want what's best for Ava, and I don't see how I can have a relationship with my daughter that's healthy, not knowing that I don't know what her home life is like. He won't let me meet the new fiance, and I feel like that's important as the mother of my child.
Coming up on America's Court.
I feel like he should pay the full amount, Your Honor.
Okay. Based on what?
This is America's Court with Judge Ross. America's Court is back with the case of Kayla Simmons, who is suing Clinton Edwards for $5,305.90.
Does he pay child support
Yes.
every month for all the time that Ava's been in this world?
Some months I've seen a missed payment.
Okay. Are you up to date with all your payments?
No, sir.
Now, you know how much it costs to raise a child.
Yes, sir.
And if I'm a mom and I'm like, okay, I'm going to work with you, the least you can do, why haven't you made the payments?
Because you said a key word there, work with you. She doesn't work with me.
Okay.
She doesn't
but
work
that's
with me at all.
that's Venmo, that's Cash App, that's PayPal, that's a check.
Every time I
that's
see her, I give her
cash.
cash. Every time I see her, I saw her throughout her pregnancy, I gave her cash. Every time I saw her throughout the pregnancy.
Is that true?
No.
No. Because the issue is you're suing for the amount of money prior to Ava even being born, right?
Yes.
Who's covering Ava's medical and insurance issues?
That's all on me. Medi-Cal covered as much as it could during my pregnancy, but I still have this amount that I would love support on.
So we got two issues. One, you're behind on your child support. And two, you don't want to help her with the cost to even bring Ava into the world. What say you?
Look, my argument, I'll pay part of those bills. I'll pay part of those bills. And
Are you saying part as in half?
To me, that seems fair.
All right, because the total expense was $5,305.90?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why should he have to pay the whole amount? Why wouldn't he say, well, here's my portion and then here's your portion?
I feel like he should pay the full amount, Your Honor.
Okay. Based on what?
The fact that he wasn't there for me the entire pregnancy.
Okay, him not being there and having monies that are owed that need to be split are two different issues.
Judge Ross's verdict when America's Court returns. This is America's Court with Judge Ross.
You all are from Alabama.
Yes, sir.
And there's something that's going on right now in Congress. And they want to establish what's called the Unborn Child Support Act. And under the Unborn Child Support Act, what they're saying is it should be a law that men have to pay for the expenses leading up to the birth and post-birth. Oh. Well, that was unexpected. Although most of the audience is women, so we got the one guy in the back going, yeah, whatever. Because based on the evidence and the testimony before this court, the gavel has to come down in favor of the defendant because that law isn't in effect. So there's no law that requires the man to pay. It will be interesting to see what happens with this Unborn Child Support Act. But as for today, I have to follow the law that's in place. Your matter's dismissed. Case closed.
Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
Now I could end this chapter of my life and get forward with my fiance and her life.
And I hope your fiance and you lead a happy life.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.